Hey folks, Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a Thursday live stream after 1 week gap. Last Thursday, I was enjoying at Pachmadi, had a great time with a lot of my friends. It was fun. Me and 5 other friends of mine, including my brother, obviously, and their spouses, their children. Almost we 19 people had gone to Pachmadi and Jabalpur, had great fun. So now we are. Yesterday only I came to Pune, so back into action. I said let's start the Thursday live streams back, and certain amazing data points to be discussed today. So Vivek is saying late OP. काय म्हणजे लोकांना बोलायला आवडतं आजकाल काय कळत नाही मला. It's okay. चलो, anyways. So let's not further delay our entire discussion and we'll get started. So let me quickly open my TradingView account and share the screen. Entire screen. Okay. Okay. So now, first of all, I've just hidden all my drawings so that I can give you some basic understanding without drawings, because otherwise my screen looks very crazy, right? So this is what the entire Nifty is looking out at. We have seen this for a long time, that yes, Nifty was in a downtrend, started its recovery. Now it is currently in a very, very clear uptrend. See, now that I've zoomed out with all the drawings clear, I think anyone can predict this very easily. This clearly was a downtrend. Now this is an uptrend. Okay, where are we right now? So for that we have to look at key points first. Let's first understand where is the 50 DEMA, where is 200 DEMA. So if I were to check 50 DEMA, we are way above 50 DEMA. It's 50 DEMA stands at 18,000. Okay, so that is a support level. If I'm talking about 200 DEMA, it is our favorite level, 17,777 level. But I think we are way above that right now. No need to even worry about it. If I talk about pivot points, now pivot key level 18,413. Okay, so 18,413 is an important level. 18,400 to be precise. That is the pivot level. If that is broken, then the second level will be around the 50 DEMA mark. That is 18,000. But we have an S1 also at 18,160. So 18,400 I think is the immediate support, followed by 18,163, right? So if I were to just close down these points, and now I just unhide all my drawings which I have done till date. Okay, so let me just clear these drawings. 1, 2, 3. I can undo as well, right? We did talk about this trend. Okay, but now if I were to talk about this uptrend, there is a possibility that it can retrace. See, it's currently going in this channel, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Possibly that it can come up to this level. This is the lower end. But again, where is this at? It is at 18,400 again. So 18,400, if you remember, that was the pivot level. So anyways, we are closer to the lower end of the channel. Now, if I were to give you one more important data point, 1 minute. I'm getting continuous WhatsApp beeps. Take it. Right. So if I were to just quickly check one more important point, I'm just zooming this in. You can see here that there was this big green candle. There was a gap up, okay? And this gap has right now been filled. So if you have done my technical analysis course, I've talked about which are the different types of gaps, because not all gaps will be filled. I totally understand that this is not a huge gap, but this gap also has been completely filled. And so here you can see, right? So this was around 18,497, and today it has closed a shade below that. So this gap anyways has been filled. Ideally, this should be it. It should not fall down much from this side, right? So all in all, what I can say right now is that, is Nifty still in an uptrend? Answer is 100%. Yes, no doubt about it. There is no question of reversal right now. Okay. Number 2, can I say the immediate support is around 18,400? Yes. If that is broken, then we saw 18,163. I did talk about important point that there is also this 50 DMA, which is around 18,050. So again, 18,050, 18,100. So maybe even if we see some sort of pullback, I've given the title as Nifty, shall we sell and whatnot. Is that really what I intended to tell you. The answer is obviously not. But we can easily understand that there could be a little bit of pullback. Okay. So if I were to understand that, is there any other level that I can check for the pullback? For that, I'm again sharing my entire screen and I'm going to show you where does the Fibonacci retracement come to. So I'm just going to release all the drawings. And now if you see here, there is a fib level coming to. Okay, so this was the topmost point, right? So from here, we retraced to this point. Now, if you see here, the fib level also of 0.78 is coming to 18,447. The second level again is at 18,101, pretty much very much close to the pivot points. So, all in all, is there anything to worry? Answer is totally not. I don't feel at all. What about Bank Nifty? So, let's now shift to Bank Nifty. And for that, if you see here, there was an amazing news. Nifty hit an all-time, sorry, Bank Nifty hit an all-time high. I was very happy with that. For Nifty, we are still a shade away from that. So would really want to see that day when Nifty also hits all-time high. Why not? But if you see here, after hitting all-time highs, right? After hitting all-time highs, two back-to-back red candles. So obviously at all-time high, there is going to be some sort of selling pressure. So if you see here, almost 1.5% down from there. But it's okay. I mean, even if I'm talking about Bank Nifty, it did touch all-time high, 2 days of a little bit of selling pressure. So all in all, what I see, what I can gauge from the data available is that, number one, right now, am I expecting some sort of consolidation, some sort of easing out, some sort of sluggishness? Yes. I don't think that there'll be a back-to-back rally. Acha, were there some good news in the market as well? Let me see if you can give me answers. Was there GST collection data that was shown up? Anyone has seen the GST collection data? If you have, you can quickly give me the number of the GST collection. Chalo, I will only tell because since last 2-3 sessions, I don't know why I'm getting the answers in a very delayed fashion. So rather than me waiting for you, I'll just quickly share the insights as well. The GST data was very good. In fact, it crossed 1.57 lakh crores, and the collection was up 12% on a year-on-year basis. So that is pretty impressive. But even after Ashok gave me the answer right now. I'm seeing this 1.57% was the 1.57 lakh crores was the amount of GST collection, which is fantastic, right? So I thought that when this number came up, markets will react very positively. There can be some nice, up move in the market, and this that nothing happened. Then the news came about auto stocks. Today, I'm sure you might have again checked out in the news. The auto numbers have been also very good. They are on the upward trend. So in the month of May, also many companies reported good numbers. In fact, Maruti Suzuki reported a 10% increase in total wholesales at 178,000 units in May. And if I compare this 178,000 units sold, if I were to compare it with a year ago, so May 2023 versus May 2022, May 2022, the units were around 161,413 units, right? So for all big, EV, for all big car manufacturers, the numbers were good. Uh, Everyone in the market is of the opinion that somewhere the chip shortage has also cooled off a little bit, and all in all, the automobile sector can also be in a good direction right now. When these numbers came up, I thought that maybe now the markets will again react, will start going up. Nothing happened. Okay, so neither the GST data, nor the auto data, nor the GDP data. So even if you had a look at the GDP numbers, I'm not sure if everyone did get a chance to check out the numbers which came up yesterday. If you want, I can also again share the data. Q4 FY23, okay, fourth quarter of financial year 2023 was at 6.1% as against 4.4% in the previous quarter. So again, is that definitely an encouraging data? The answer is why not? I mean, it is, right. Uh, the only concern that I saw was about the FDI data. I will discuss about that. But all in all, let me just tell you. Yes, of course. Kondinya Desi Raju. I'll discuss that as well. So three points that I talked about. One was about the GDP data. Number two was about the GST collection data, both positive at the economy level. Okay. Second thing, I talked about industry level. Something we did talk about auto data, again very encouraging, but nothing happened. So three positive news at the economy and industry all put together. Markets didn't react as such. Even if I'm talking about the global level, US debt issue has been resolved. If you did check my video on US debt crisis, I received a very good response, by the way. That was trending almost some 21, 22 in India. So thank you for the wonderful support. So US debt crisis problem that we discussed, that also has been resolved. But now, in spite of everything, in spite of good economy, good industry related data, good macroeconomic data, market is saying, I want to wait. I want to see, I want to go into a wait and watch mode. And that is the reason why I'm saying that there is a possibility that markets would want to slow down a little bit. Markets would want to digest the news in a proper way and then move ahead with their next set of move. Now, I did talk about all the positive points. Any negative news that has come up for India? Answer is again yes. There has been a negative news. Uh, if I'm talking about FDI inflows, FDIs into India declined by 21.67% to USD $46.03 billion in 2022-23, and in 21-22 it was 58.77 billion US dollars. So one more time, let me quickly tell you. Previous year, FDI inflows were 58.77 billion, and this year they went down to $46.03 billion. That's a decline of 21.67%. Is that a good news? Of course not. And in fact, if I talk about the last quarter only January to March quarter, the FDI inflows were lower by 41%. So is that definitely something as a negative news? No doubt about that again, right? But if I were to try and understand that what could have been the reason, so I think the banking fiasco that we saw, that happened in the last quarter only, Jan to March, not in India, of course. In USA, I'm talking about. See, if there is a problem in the US, in the banking sector in USA, overall sentiment is not good. There, that could have resulted in less inflows, less FDI inflows in India. That could be one possibility, is what I feel, right? So if when that news came up, I was like, oh, now maybe the markets can, correct, can go down listening to this news. But still nothing much happened. So right now what I'm feeling is markets is neither sharply reacting to any positive news, nor market is sharply reacting to any negative news. And for that, what we typically check is the Indian VIX, or the Indian volatility index. And if I were to show you our India VIX, wallet, India VIX. Oh, sorry, my screen is not shared. 1 minute, sorry. Share screen. Okay, so if you see here, India VIX has been just going down, last 2, 3, even 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It's at 11.59. That's nothing. So overall volatility, if it is going down, that is the reason why I'm saying that, thoda thanda ho sakta hai. That's what I feel may happen in the next 1 week at least. We may not see some wild actions, market moving up, down. Even if, I mean, there could be some small correction is what I believe, maybe 200, 300 points here and there. But again, whenever I discuss anything in the Thursday live streams, I present my data. That is purely my interpretation of the data. Can my data analysis and data interpretation go wrong? 100% yes. Why not? Market is supreme, right? No doubts on that. So let us also check NSE option chain data to try and understand further what's happening. So for that, let me take you to 8th of June data. And here you can see open interest 1,15,000 contracts at 18,500 on the call side. On the put side, 1,10,646. So there's such a tough fight between bulls and bears. Neither the call writers are ready to give up their positions, nor put writers are ready to give up their positions. So I think 18,500 is like a tug of war right now. But all in all, that's the whole point that I wanted to tell you, that I don't see a huge swing coming up in the market at either of the side, nor on the upward side, nor on the downward side. Uh, so that is it about the Nifty data. That is it about the F&O data. One quick point that I wanted to tell you about the US debt ceiling before I take your questions. Uh, this debt ceiling limit was resolved yesterday. That is on Wednesday. And what I read was pretty surprising. It mentioned that the agreement suspends the debt ceiling without a limitation until 1st January 2025. So those who saw my YouTube video, Pooja, if you are there, just paste the link of the YouTube video, just in case if you have not seen the video, you'll be able to see the video. Pooja, if you can paste the link. In the beginning of the video, in the pre-bumper, I had given an example that let's say I have a credit card and my credit card limit is whatever. Let us say it is 2 lakh rupees. What is the debt ceiling? It says that I can't go beyond 2 lakhs. Now, what is the resolution right now? Opposition party has said, forget about the limit, 2 lakh limit, remove that right now. So there is no upper limit. What does it mean? It means that the debt levels can go up and up, upper in the air. Till when? Till 1st of January 2025. Now, it will be very interesting to see how US is going to go ahead. See, they just can't go on and keep on increasing the debt levels just because there is no debt ceiling limit. If they continue to do so, if they keep on giving debt and if they keep on increasing this, uh, then again, if they make money very cheaper, very easily available, that can again pull up the inflation levels, can hurt the economy again. So it will be really interesting to watch how US economy unfolds with this new development as well. That was about US. One quick point about Germany. Of course, Ranjit has given that. Another bad news: Germany getting into recession can affect companies dealing with Germany. Okay, so let me just ask you, start a poll. Would you want a second? You want me to make a video on Germany recession? Yes, no, ask your community. So I've put this as a poll. I want quick answers, maximum in 1 minute. I'll tell you why this is important, because can this impact India? 100% yes. Can it impact our Indian companies which are listed on the stock exchange? 100% yes. Then we have to understand what led Germany into this scenario. We have to understand how can it impact our markets, how can it impact the companies here. So we have to analyze the situation holistically, and after analyzing that, I can do a short video on that. It's not a huge topic per se. It can be a pretty short 5 to 7 or maybe max to max 10 minutes video. uh, Glad to see that more than 85% of the people are saying yes, we would want to have a video on it. I'll just do a shoot and release video without any graphics and all that, because then that takes a lot of time. I'll shoot the video tomorrow or day after tomorrow, release it this Saturday only. Done. And shallow. So thanks a lot for your inputs. 87% people finally saying yes, we want a video on Germany. So I'll do that this Saturday only, so that you get benefited. And Pranav is also saying hit the like button while answering the poll. Kya baat hai? So all those who are watching this live stream, please don't forget to smash the like button as well, right? So with that, my core points are done. If you have any quick questions, would be happy to answer them. No stock specific questions today. Surprising. Maybe people are just thinking about it. Your opinion on latent view analytics. Can you suggest if any stocks at current levels? Okay, we'll discuss about that. By the way, stock of the month has been declared today on the community tab. For those who have enrolled for the for the pro investor membership, especially whether you have enrolled on the website or whether you have enrolled on the YouTube, on YouTube basically. Don't forget to check out the community tab, or the messages basically, when you'll get to know which is the stock of the month. It's an interesting one this time. It's a small cap. So what we are going to do, we are going to understand that in absolute detail, one by one. That's the link for you all. Pooja has just given the link, and you can also enroll for that. Okay. Chalo. Absolutely, Ranjit. That's a very important point that you have made here. I'll just share his link. What he has written here. Morgan Stanley, have you read it or not? I'm not sure, but it's a lovely report on India. Past 9 years performance, must read for all equity investors. Absolutely. Today I was just reading this. I didn't read the report, to be honest, but I was reading news articles about this. So it was amazing to see how Morgan Stanley has portrayed India, and it has talked about all the key things that happened basically after Ab Ke Bar Modi Sarkar, what happened in the past 9 years. So feels wonderful to see on what track we are right now. Feels gives us a proud feeling of what all developments have happened in the last 9 years. So must read. So yeah, Ashwin is asking any clue about what? Have you mentioned anything? Um, okay. All right. So I put. Okay, 1 minute. Apurva Yolekar, thank you for the super chat, but no questions asked. IGL, all these are slow moving stocks, to be honest. Fundamentally, definitely it's a good stock, but it's not like a fast moving stock, right? M&M recently broke out cup and handle daily. Should we buy? Let me just quickly pull up the chart for you. Mahindra and Mahindra on a daily pattern. क्या बात है? Let me again share my screen. I love when people do their own analysis. Just in case, if you are still not enrolled for my technical analysis course, you must. I think that will give you a big confidence on how to analyze patterns, on how to read charts. So, Pooja, if you can just paste the link of our technical analysis course, it's definitely worth investing in knowledge about the technical analysis course, right? Such very nicely identified. This is the cup and handle pattern. Here you can see this is the cup and this is the handle. Is the cup and handle? Is the My son is also sitting here, so I just thought of teaching him in between. Right. So okay, let me just pull up the neckline for you. If you see here, this is the cup and handle pattern. Has it broken out of this? Yes. Uh, it just is giving me a feeling that it may retest this level. So it has come up with a gap up, but I somehow feel with the candles that have been formed in the last 3 4 days, it may retest these levels. And if according to this pattern, basically, if this sustains, then the target as per the cup and handle pattern in this case is 1433. So who was that who had given this? It was Tanveer. Absolutely, Tanveer, you're right. Your analysis looks perfect. Should you buy or not? So for that, I just told you that typically all those people who want to be a little bit careful, half quantity many people buy on the breakout, half quantity many people buy at the retest. Okay, so you can choose what suits you. Ashok, thank you for the super chat, but no questions asked. IRCTC, patience tested OP is what I can say for IRCTC. Okay. That is the technical analysis course link that Pooja has pasted for you all. And CARRYT is the coupon code for you all. I have been giving this to all our viewers who have been watching the live streams. So CARRYT, that gives you an additional discount on all our courses. So don't forget to enroll using this code. All right. Um, all right. Apurva asks opinion on happiest mind. Let me just quickly pull up screener as well. See, whenever you're wanting to ask a question, please mention whether you want to look at it from a fundamental analysis perspective or technical analysis perspective. Will help me to do a quicker analysis. If I were to quickly share some key insights, all in all, see, happiest mind again comes from IT sector, right? So it'll be uh, a game of patience right now. Okay, I'll also pull up happiest minds chart here. Rapid. So, okay, I seem to have drawn this line. Okay, wait. All right, so here you can see that this channel has been clearly broken. But let me just go on a weekly candle to all these IT stocks. That's what I was telling you. It's a game of patience right now. Okay, so based on Fibonacci, I think this level of 953 can act as a resistance right now based on Fibonacci. If that is broken, then the next target as per this is 1078. Okay. Uh, if I were to look at the numbers now, March 23 numbers looks like a good jump in sales. Uh, Operating profit has also increased, margins are stable, PBT also there is an increase. Overall ROE does look good. Um, this is the only figure that doesn't look good right now. What is the scene in quarterly? Quarterly is also pretty much stable, nothing special to be honest. But at least it's stable on a QOQ basis. On a YOY basis, there is improvement, but margin pressure, no doubts on that. OPM gone down from 26% to 23%, and that is the reason why PBT has declined. All IT stocks basically right now are facing the heat of US inflationary pressures, and that is the reason why even Purva happiest minds. As I said, it's not fundamentally a bad stock. It's a game of patience that you will have to play on right now. Your view on JK paper for long term? Oh, it is a very good fundamentally strong stock. I remember discussing this stock in May or June 2020 for my pro investor members. Uh, as I told you, pro investor membership is mainly for those who want to understand the business model of the company. It's not about this is the valuation and this is the target, and we never discuss about that. It's mainly understanding how the overall industry is placed, how is the company placed, what is their moat, how does the overall industry look like in the coming few years based on all the reports that are available in public. So JK paper, I had discussed about this stock almost 3 years ago. It is definitely a very good fundamentally strong stock, and typically I'll tell you what I have observed about this. uh, these are stocks which perform well during the school reopening season. Okay, so even in the short term you can keep that on your watch list, on your radar, and for the long term, for sure, yes. Prashant, thank you for the super chat, but no questions asked. Narendra asks, ma'am, all courses valid for 1 year? Yes, Narendra, all courses are valid for 1 year. I'll tell you the logic behind that as well. Uh, you know, one course of mine, so every course will have a 1 year validity, right? One course is only of 16 hours. 16 is not only, we say, 16 is a good quantum of time. But to view 16 hours, anyone would not need ideally more than even 1 month, even if you study like every alternate day, or you know every day. If you study to hardly 16 days, but even if it's like alternate days, still 1 month. I've given a validity of 1 year. So I think nothing more than that is required. Plus, we give notes, and there is no validity for notes per se. Plus, we have Zoom meetings every month to clarify your doubts. So I come on a Zoom call every month, wherein you can ask questions directly to me. And for that, also an access is given for 1 year. And once you complete the course, very important, you get a certificate after completion of the course, and feels good. Many people post that certificate on LinkedIn, on Instagram. I got few messages stating that they got placed with because they were able to crack the interview in a much better way. So feels good to hear such feedbacks, and I think that is definitely a reason why you should invest in knowledge, right? Okay. Patanjali Foods, they're coming up with stake dilution in June. Your views as per technical. See, whenever such news are coming up like dilution of stakes, ideally, Ranjit, my thought process is that we should not look at technicals because they can give they can give a picture that can deceive us. Here, the news of dilution of stake is overpowering it. But still, if you want, I can quickly pull up the chart. Patanjali, it did show a cup and handle pattern. It did show a breakout. It did see a retest, but finally it went below it. It's at 1040 right now. Not a bad level, but again, the pivot. It is a shade below the pivot level right now. It can show something like an island reversal pattern as well. I'll just quickly share my screen again. Okay, I'll just quickly remove my drawings. Okay, so this is something like it went up, went down. We can say this is like a double bottom as well, right? It's like a W formation, 1 2. So if this double bottom is what we take, then we can see again it go above pivot levels. But then if there is a selling pressure again, that can again uh, take this chart in a crazy fashion. So whenever such news are there, when such supply is going to come up, it's better not looking at the chart, right? Next question is by Bhavna. Views on Trident and JMR Infra for long term. To be honest, I've not tracked Trident much. JMR Infra, okay, not so. I'm not a big fan of that. Investors increasing holding on Gravita. Anything special? 1 minute. I'll share the screen. Entire screen. The point is correct. Now, if you see here, FII's holding has gone up from 0% to 3.08%. There's a small decline here. DII is more or less similar, but I don't think this is something which is to be. It's not a huge stake that has been taken up. I'll try and see if there is any news, but nothing that has come to my attention as such. All right. Views on Dr. Lalpath and IDFC for long term. Dr. Lalpath and IDFC first, both I can say again, average as per my fundamental analysis. Nothing like, not like a todford company is what I believe. But average, I can say for both Dr. Lalpath as well as IDFC first. Nilesh ji is saying, good evening, Rachana ji, can't access my TA course. Please advise. Oh, just drop an email at support or you can I'll just prepare tech support at rachanaranade.com. Don't worry, my team will help you out. Did I type it correctly? No. Wait. I'll just write it again. Tech support at the rate rachanaranade.com. My team will help you out with it. Imagica Kala here. Tech support at the rate rachanaranade.com. That's where you can just send an email. Okay. Okay. Next question. Should we hold NIIT till demerger or exit before? That is pretty tricky question. That depends. What happens after a demerger is that how the company performs after that. The purpose of the demerger, if they are able to focus on a specific. So typically, what happens? I have 5 6 things in the basket. I want to focus on one or two. That is the reason why, let us say, a company is demerging. And if they are able to really focus very well on that, ideally the stock prices can surge up for the demerged entity. Even for the original entity, it can still keep on continuing in not bad category. So Kapil, to be honest, it is a tricky question to answer. If the company does meet the is able to go in line with the thought process, the reason why they demerged, if they are able to fulfill that, then the stock ideally can perform better. But if they are not, then it can be a tricky situation, right? So hard to give an answer on this, but I hope I've given you the thought process to decide uh, on whether a person can hold on or exit before the demerger. But will there be an uncertainty? Yes. So if any person doesn't love any uncertainty and is in profit right now, always better to book profits and stay happy with cash in hand. YouTube shows this was your first super chat, Kapil. Thank you for that. Views on Imagica. The pattern is cup and handle on weekly basis. Okay. Before I take any other questions, everyone, no other super chats, please. I have to stop at 10:15 today. So let me just quickly answer last 3-4 questions. Magica. On a weekly basis. To be honest, it's not a very clear cup and handle. I would not want to call it as a. The handle is way too lower. Uh, no, I don't think it is a correct case of a cup and handle pattern, right? Harish, welcome to memberships. KPI Green Energy for long-term SIP fundamental. Have not studied this company, to be really honest. KPI Green Energy. Mm, quarterly results, operating profit is down. Profit before tax is also down. Quarterly numbers don't look good, and from a long-term perspective, I have not checked their annual report or something, so it will be hard for me to comment. Uh, Thank you for the super chat. No questions asked. Okay. Hello, madam. I've done your F&O course. Recently, I also joined your YouTube Pro Investor. In that promo, you mentioned free personal finance course. Can you guide me where I can access the course? That was actually the old course. We have removed that benefit. I've notified it in that specific channel perquisites as well. So that video I had done way back, I think 2020. You can check the perquisites also. The perquisites don't mention about the personal finance course, right? The course itself has been delisted, and that is the reason why it's not there right now, Manikanta. Rajesh says my question is not answered. Rajesh, where is your question? By the way, I just see I keep on answering random questions, right? Chalo, I did see your question. Uniparts. Never tracked this company. 1 minute. Uniparts. Technically looks in a sideways trend right now. Nothing promising. Uh, at pivot, so support can be seen at the current level only at 565. Uh, Nothing special in technical analysis. MACD shows a little bit of reversal. RSI shows a little bit of reversal. Nothing exciting, to be honest. क्या बात है? Prasanna says 37 months pro investor, and he is also saying you didn't answer my chat. Oh, I'm so sorry, Prasanna. But as I said, I'm not. I mean, there are so many questions that keep on popping up. I just answer random questions. I'm trying to search what question you have asked. Believe me, there are more than 250 questions that I can see on my screen right now, and figuring out your question, that's pretty difficult. Chalo, Prasanna, today will your question will be the last question. So if you can put your question immediately, I'll answer it. Patak se. Ma'am, do you have a course on video on option Greeks? Oh, in my F&O course, I have discussed about option Greeks in absolute detail. So you can definitely enroll for the F&O course, and you will get to learn about option Greeks. All delta, gamma, theta, rho, everything has been explained in that. Amar Singh says, we are poor people, please take my question. Amar ji, poor and rich का सवाल ही नहीं आता यहाँ पे, okay? Don't be under this impression. I always keep on taking questions either from the super chats. Of course, I do answer. Some people are paying for that. So that is the reason why I do take super chats. But random chats also definitely I take up, right? There's no question of poor or rich. Prasanna आ गया. Tata Alexi, please, ma'am. Okay, 1 minute. Tata Alexi. This will be the last question, like I told. All right, now I'll just share my screen. Tata Alexi, here you can see first I would want to quickly pull up. Here you can see I've also drawn a support line. It's trading well above that, trading well above the pivot level as well. 200 डेमा के भी काफी ऊपर है, 50 डेमा के भी काफी ऊपर है. Let me just pull up the weekly chart. Okay, weekly chart is showing good reversal. Would want to wait till this gap is also filled, to be honest. It's very much above that. In fact, but on a weekly level also, weekly candle also 7585. It'll be interesting to watch if this week's candle closes above it. And if that be so, then I'll be happy. It can be seen as a good one. If I were to check out on the Fibonacci basis, it has retraced almost 38%. Absolutely. So all in all looks good, but I can't say that it's like a reversal, total reversal. If you see here it was a gap down of how much? Let us check quickly. A gap down of almost 5%. So this has to be filled up. This gap has to be filled up. Then I can say this reversal is completed, and then maybe it can go again on a growth trajectory, right? So see, it has seen such a huge run up. If I were to take a monthly candle, you will understand what I'm saying. The chart is crazy on a monthly candle, right? On that, let me just close these as well. So after such a magic run from here, even if I were to say from this level to this level, इतना तो retracement बनता है, but it has seen a good support at the 50% retracement, and even on a monthly level also it's above the 38% retracement. It ideally can go up to 8,394 if this trajectory continues. I mean, if you ask me about the fundamentals, chalo, so let me just wrap up this. If you ask me about the fundamentals, I think it's fundamentally very nice company, Tata Elxsi. I hold stocks of Tata Elxsi in my portfolio disclosure, but I fundamentally love it, and that is the reason why it is in my portfolio. I've been accumulating this at various levels, not a single level as such. But if you are a long-term investor, nothing to worry about this stock. Okay. All right. So I hope Prasanna, I answered your question. Right. Thank you, everyone. Yes, that's written on my shirt. You can't scare me. I trade. I'll stand up. You can't scare me. I trade options. And this is my merch. You'll be able to see that also in just below the live stream. You'll be able to see that. You can also get one shirt for yourself, Pushkar. All right. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's live stream. Did take a lot of questions about various stocks, and I'll see you on next Thursday. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.